What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're talking about the Foligno brothers, and we'll title it Keeping Up with the Folignos. That's a testament to my least favorite family in the world. Marcus Foligno just got called up by the Buffalo Sabres. 7 points in 6 games, including 5 goals. He's been on fire. Had 34 points, 55 games for the Rochester Americans. This is his first year of pro hockey. 20-year-old kid, both Buffalo natives. Obviously, the father was a hell of a hockey player. And, Nick's a pretty good player in his own right. Both Sudbury Wolves product. Nick obviously plays for Ottawa. And is a perennial double-digit goal scorer. Take after their father, Mike Foligno, who's, like I said, a good player in his own right. Nick Foligno's career high in goals is 17, and Marcus looks like could have even higher upside than that. He really they all play the game right. They play the game hard. They're skilled top 6 forwards, both of them. And like I said, it takes after their father. Obviously, he had that great celebration that you see in the two kids whenever they score. And Marcus played for Canada at the World Juniors. Had a pretty good tournament last year, bringing home the silver medal. Nick, on the other hand, played for Team USA, played for a year for the United States National Team Development Program, and he's a first-round pick for Ottawa. He's pretty highly touted. He only needed 28 games in the AHL himself, and like I said, Marcus needed 55 this year, and I think he should be a lock to make Buffalo out of camp next year. Marcus, and you look at what the high-profile, high-priced mistakes Buffalo made with Leno and the likes in their top 6, and you add him to the mix, homegrown talent who's a 4th-round pick. And the question on CBC today was what Foligno brother is going to be the better pro hockey player. I think it's too early to say. Nick's really found a nice niche for himself in Buffalo as a 15-goal scorer every year. But I think Marcus' upside is a little bit higher. Marcus is bigger. He's 6'3", 220, when Nick's only 6 feet and 200 pounds. So the size gives you another advantage. And the penalty minutes are there for Marcus. I mean, Nick's a pretty tough guy in his own right, but Nick's got 100 penalty minutes this year. Marcus had 70 PIMs in the AHL this year in 55 games, 92 last year with the Sudbury Wolves. They had 59 points. So, the grit and tenacity is there, and I think he's going to be a great. They traded away Zach Yassian, who was their budding power forward. To bring in a more skilled Cody Hodgson. I think he might fill that organizational void as a power forward that can play physical and put goals on the board. I think Marcus will settle in as a perennial 25-goal scorer. I really think he's that kind of a player that can, play the body, play physical, bring grit and tenacity on a night-in, night-out basis, and make it tough to play against. That's what you need, from a guy like that, and that's perfect. Buffalo's track record's pretty good drafting the smaller players, but a bigger kid like this is pretty good. And like I said, 7 points in 6 games. I don't think he'll sustain it and be a 100-point scorer every year, but I think he's really gonna have a nice niche in Buffalo, and I think he'll complement the Nathan Gerbys and the Derek Roys of that team, and help them going forward. And like I said, Nick's got a good niche in Ottawa. Fits very well in that top 6, top 9 role. Kills penalties. Play the power play. Does a lot of different things, and they're gonna be playing against each other a lot, as they both play for Northeast Division teams, and I think a lot of head-to-head matchups. And both they've put Buffalo and New York have played each other in Buffalo and Ottawa. Buffalo and New York, two teams from New York, so that could kind of fit too. But Buffalo and the Senators have played each other in the playoffs before, so hopefully see a matchup sooner rather than later between the two teams. And Marcus has been key to Buffalo getting back in the playoff picture. I don't think they'll make it. I think they're too far out of it, but nice little story there. And hopefully, like I said, going forward, he established himself as a bona fide NHL player and helps the Buffalo Sabres going forward. They've got some high-priced mistakes in the team, but I think he'll compensate for that with his skill and tenacity. So I think Marcus will be the better NHL player going forward, but Nick's got a great role in Ottawa. Nick's a good player, and someone I really enjoy watching play. He plays the game right, and I think that's a very important thing to respect the game you play. And he does it, and Marcus does it, and they take after their father Mike, who did it to a T. That's it for this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Keeping Up with the Foligno brothers. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season. Later, guys.